He's trying to take her down to the ground and have his way.
Yep.
And you just keep watching, you sicko.
I'm watching for her safety.
For her safety.
You know I don't watch. It's weird and it's embarrassing.
What's up, Jerry? You want a little spray down? Well, what's up, guys? This is Daniel from Arms Family Homestead, and I'm out this morning doing what I do just about every morning, and that's trying to keep the animals cool. I'm telling you what, it's summertime, but Oklahoma heat has been brutal lately. We're under heat advisories every single day, and it's really, really important to keep these animals with fresh, clean water as best I can. I know it's not always perfect because I have animals that like to get in the water. So I try to use as many small containers as I can. I've got water troughs scattered everywhere. But I've been using this little turtle shell. It's a sandbox for the ducks and the goose and everything to be able to get in and cool off and splash around, but it's really just too small. I've been dumping this thing out and cleaning it twice a day, and they're ducks. That's what they're supposed to do. They play in the mud. They actually like Pepper's little mud hole down there better than anything. But I went to Tractor Supply this morning and picked up a little bit bigger tank. This is like a 50-gallon trough that's low enough to the ground that the ducks can get in, and I'll probably move a rock or a log or something next to it, but that'll be a little bit deeper than this, and they can actually kind of swim around in it because we don't really have a duck pond per se. And the goose, our one goose, loves the water. All the ducks love the water, and the creek is right down here, but it's just too far. They're not going to go to the creek. It'd be too dangerous. Let me move this. I don't want them to go to the creek and get attacked by a predator. So we're trying to keep everybody happy, healthy, and hydrated as best we can. And this time of year, there's just, it's like between about 11 and 5. You just don't want to do anything outside. So get out early in the morning and late in the evening. Today's that exception. I'm going to get out here, take care of everything for the animals, get them watered and fed. But it's going to be a long day because Houston and Jacoby's baseball team made it to regionals. They made it to the regional tournament, and we had about a 2-week break. We played yesterday and lost. The cool thing about it was regionals is different teams than we played all year for the most part. There's a couple that we know, but it's teams from different parts of the state of Oklahoma. Well, we had a bunch of fans on a couple of the other teams, or a bunch of players on a couple of the other teams are fans of the channel, so we got to meet all those guys and hang out and take pictures and all that stuff. But we played yesterday and lost, so now we got to go back today and play at 2:45. 2:45 in the afternoon. It's supposed to be 105 degrees. That's not good. Good morning, Phoebe. What do you think? I'm trying to give the birds a place to get to play and bathe, and maybe they'll stay out of your water. I know it's fresh and clean right now, but it won't be in a little while. Those guys over there, they're gonna make a mess in it. All right, so everyone's got fresh, clean water. The ducks proved me wrong. It's not over 100 degrees yet. Usually when I come out here and dump that out and fill them up, the ducks are in it immediately, and they're a little gun shy of that new trough today. But fresh, clean water is the most important thing for the survivability and the health of your animals on a farm when it's over 100 degrees every day. It's just unbelievably hot. And I don't know, it's kind of got me thinking, like, what are we going to do, or what would we do if, I don't know. I'm not a prepper. I've never considered myself a prepper. But in 14 years of law enforcement, I learned to have a plan. It's always important to have a plan and a backup plan and a plan to the plan. And when it's over 100 degrees, My plan is to stay in the house in the air conditioner and go to the creek and swim with the boys and avoid working in the heat. But I can't, every time I get on Facebook, I keep seeing these rolling blackouts happening across the country. Everybody's talking about these rolling blackouts, and what are you going to do if you lose electricity for 6 hours during the hottest part of the day? You'll survive. But what worries me is what's in my garage and my shop, and that's my freezers. There could be a problem there. I don't want to lose. We work hard to provide all the meat for our family, as much of our meat as we can, and we have freezers full of beef and goat and deer and all kinds of stuff. And if they start doing these rolling blackouts across the country for 4, 5, 6, 7 hours, that could be a very costly mistake for our freezers full of meat. And that is where a company like EcoFlow steps in. EcoFlow and these portable power stations are a great alternative to gasoline powered generators. Of course, yes, you could go out and set up an entire whole house backup generator, have it plumbed in with gasoline, propane, natural gas, whatever. Those are unbelievably expensive and they're not portable. So you guys have seen me use the EcoFlow. This is the EcoFlow Delta Max. You've seen this on multiple videos. Typically, it stays over at the cabin and kind of powers our little off-grid cabin for us. But today is more about the what if scenario. And what if we had a rolling blackout on a launch day at Arms Family Homestead in our merch business? Because DJ and I sell tons of merchandise, hats, t-shirts, and all that stuff. Say we have a rolling blackout on a launch day when you guys are placing hundreds of orders. Well, what you don't know is everything right now in our little home business is being powered by this Delta Max, including that air conditioner, that laptop computer, this freezer, which really is not a home business side of it, but is very important. This refrigerator freezer combo. We can technically run everything we need to do to maintain our home business off of this one EcoFlow Delta Max. It carries 2,000 watts of power. So right now, as you can see, it shows we have 4 hours remaining. It's pulling, all of our stuff is pulling 492 watts out. And just to show you, here is my laptop plugged in right here, air conditioner, refrigerator, freezer, and pretty much everything we need to be able to continue to run business is set up and is going to power this one setup at 96% is going to power it for 4 hours. It takes a lot of power to run a big window unit air conditioner, so it does pull some juice. But we have the extra battery that we could also plug in right here, which is another 2,000 watts of power, so we could work an entire work day in the Oklahoma heat doing everything we need to do off this Delta Max. And the reason I'm telling you all this is right now EcoFlow is running a huge Amazon sale. It's Amazon Prime Days. Huge sale. Some of their stuff is like up to $900 off. Big sale. I'll leave links in the description box. You can go to EcoFlow's website. That'll be linked in the description box as well. But that what if scenario. What if you had a rolling blackout and you lost power for 4, 5, 6 hours? You don't want to lose the meat in your freezers, or you got a home business, you want to continue to be able to run your home business, or you're just home and want to be able to run the AC and a TV for 4, 5, 6 hours while you're without power. And this thing is charged by the power of the sun. That's free electricity in my book. So be sure to check out the links. Go to Amazon. EcoFlow's huge sales, everything from their little bitty river boxes, the river batteries, all the way up to the EcoFlow Delta Max, the Delta Pro, all kinds of huge sales right now. Go check it out.
Dead. Oh, I want to do that.
It's a little warm, isn't it?
Yeah. Oh, you're on YouTube! Close,
Levi, grab all this way. Don't run into a tag, okay? Get on there. Work them. Oh, baby. Make sure it goes home. Yep, go.
Trying to get a diamond ring. Yeah, who said have a diamond on their finger? Let's go! Let's go, Houston! Yeah, boy! I know it was a good pitch. Go, 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 go!
Play bad a little bit.
Let's go, boys. Hey, hey,
Yes, sir.
let's do it.
Let's go, come on. Hustle
Yes,
out.
sir.
Come on,
Hey, Toby.
let's do it.
9, 4, 6, over.
Good, Ty. Good job.
Good block, dude. Very good block. Levi, you go smile.
Levi, smile.
I'm gonna tell you to go smile.
Okay, wait. Come on now.
I'm gonna tell y'all's girlfriends you ain't smiling.
You have a girlfriend?
Yeah, look at him. He knows.
Look at it.
He knows. Levi knows too.
I'm just going through every single one.
Well, we meet again. Headed back to feed and water the animals. But baseball didn't quite go as planned. And that's just part of the journey, I guess. But those boys had an incredible season. We lost. And we came out the first inning. We had a 7-0 lead in the first inning. And we ended up losing like 15-7. Talk about hot. It was 100 degrees when we got there. I think it got up to like 103, 104. Heat index like 108. And here's the thing, in that regionals tournament, so we made it through our local division, our local league, got third place, and that got us into regionals. So this was a regionals tournament. The thing about regionals was there was no time limit. We were supposed to start at 2:45, didn't actually start till about 3:30 because of the game before us, and then we played from 3:30 to almost 5:30. And those boys were gassed. You know, I mean, Houston and Jacoby are in the house. They haven't made it out yet. We just got home and doing all the chores and stuff. And I'm going to help DJ move a couple of the alpacas around. I told the boys we'd try to go to the creek when we got back. I don't know if we're going to have enough daylight, but it's not a temperature issue because it's still about 95 degrees, even though the sun's already set. But anyways, baseball season's over for the boys. They did their best. They gave it their all. And that's all you can ask for. But when it's 100, 104, 3 o'clock in the afternoon is not the best time to be playing baseball. But, I mean, in a real world scenario, it's probably good for those boys. It's good. It toughens them up, makes them learn to get out and get used to the heat. And as long as we keep them hydrated and keep everybody, you know, drinking plenty of water. We had a lot of those little wet cloth rags. What do they call those rags you put around your neck when it's cold, when it's hot? So it's like a cool rag. We had a whole ice chest full of ice and just wet rags to put on the boys, and the umpires were actually giving them breaks during the ball game because it was stinking hot.
Yeah, the umps wanted breaks too.
Yeah, I think that's what it was. The umpires would literally stop the game during an inning and be like, catcher pitcher needs to get some water.
Yeah.
I think that was code for the umpire needs some water.
Yes. Yeah, it was so hot.
It's still hot.
It is.
I mean, it's after sunset.
Yeah.
It's 7:35. I don't know if you can see it on my phone.
Technically, it's not after sunset.
Okay, well, in our neck of the woods, the sun is below the trees. But 7:35, and according to my watch, it's still 97 degrees.
Yeah, it's very hot.
It's not my body temperature. It's the actual air temperature.
Oh my god.
So what are you up to?
So
I got to go check on waters, but what are you going to do?
I am moving the 2 alpaca girls. I'm moving Dolly and Tina back to Jerry.
Back to Jerry.
We've got the all clear from the vet on those 2. We're still waiting on blood work. results to come in on Lucy, and she's still not 100%, so we're not going to put her back with the...
She's a lot better.
She is better, but she's still not great. So
She's not moving the way she should. So the vet took blood samples, sent them to OSU. They couldn't test what they needed to test there, so then they forwarded it to
Texas A&M.
Texas A&M. Your donkey's peeing behind you. So I don't know. We'll see. But
Yeah.
if they're not finding anything wrong, that's a good thing.
Yes, but our vet thinks that it's probably just an injury from Jerry, really. And so we're going to
Jerry likes it rough, huh?
I guess. He's a night rider, you know, so.
All right, well, and I'm going to go make sure everybody's got clean, fresh water. Would you feed the donkeys, and will you take care of feeding them for me and feeding the alpaca? Or, well, you don't have to feed the alpacas yet. Or you could. Let them eat for a little while, and then we'll move them. Look at these two. You've ruined them. Unlike her, she's not ruined. Okay. She's not spoiled at all.
Okay.
Back up, girls. Well, no one dirtied up my water. Look at this, though. They got in that. They got in that. There's ducks in that. They got in that. They got in that. This was all clean water this morning. So the only thing that the dirty ducks and goose didn't get in was the fresh, clean water that I put out here for them. Look, that duck's trying to get into that water trough through the fence. I mean, it's fresh and clean. I guess they didn't get in it, but goose, get in the water trough. All right, status update. We were filming a video for DJ's channel.
Here they come again.
Anybody hear that sound? It's a lovely sound. Pepper, you better get out of the way. Jerry. Anyways, as I was saying, we were filming a video for DJ's channel because she was moving moving Tina and Dolly back in with Jerry. Well, we barely made it in the gate. You folks need to go watch DJ's video. Oh my goodness. It was
Intense.
It was interesting, wasn't it, sis? These goats are all so confused. They're like, what in the world is going on? Look at Jerry. Jerry's been a lonely fella for a few weeks. Steve's like, hey man, when do I get to go see my girlfriend? Hey man, can I go see Freedom? Huh, Steve. So you guys know we had moved all of the female alpacas out of this pasture with Jerry, the male, because we were having some issues, especially with Lucy. And we had the vet come out, took blood samples, did all kinds of medications and stuff. We're still waiting on the blood test results. They first went to OSU and then off to another, I don't remember, Texas A&M, I believe. But we had never witnessed Jerry breeding the girls other than one time late at night. Well, apparently moving them out from him, he caged up some love feelings, and they're overflowing now on Dolly. Go, Jerry, go. You know, Rufus never had to play chase. They just laid down and cushed for Rufus. Huh, Steve? You saw, didn't you? Where are you going? Now, I'm not going to claim to be an alpaca expert by any stretch of the word, but it's pretty obvious to see that Dolly here is not receptive to breed. She's not interested in breeding. She's trying to bite him on the legs. She's trying to bite him on the neck. So that could mean one of two things. We may need to move her back out of here because she may already be bred and is not allowing him to breed, or she's just not in heat and estrus, or whatever they call it for alpacas. But if this is what's been going on late at night, that could be what's wrong with Lucy's hips for sure, because Jerry is relentless right now. So I'm really torn on what to do now. This is not what I was expecting this evening. It's almost dark. We don't have a lot of time, but jeez, the hormones are raging in this pen.
Oh my God.
Does it
You're
work?
so gross. No, you're sweating. Oh my God.
Anyway, so I'm a little concerned for Dolly's safety, because if Jerry's going to do this all night, he could hurt her. Dolly's not a young lady, and she is not excited about what's going on right now. She is not receptive one bit. He's trying to take her down to the ground and have his way.
Yep.
And you just keep watching, you sicko.
I'm watching for her safety.
For her safety.
You know I don't watch. It's weird and it's embarrassing.
Oh, maybe that was just with Rufus.
Yeah, well, it was definitely embarrassing for me watching Rufus, so that didn't happen much.
Just when I thought I was going to have to separate them, Jerry's like, all right, man, I'm done. I quit. I'm done. Got hot, didn't you, buddy? Dolly and Tina are just out there grazing around now, just minding their own business. Did you get shot down, buddy? It's all right, man. It happens to all of us. Now that I know that he's not just going to relentless attack her all night, I feel safe leaving Dolly in here.
Let's go. Gotta get a running start. Whoa.
You completely scared Pepper.
I know.
Ralphie, what's up, buddy? Well, we may not have a lot of time left in the day, but these two and I are going to spend the last few minutes of light down here at the creek because we got so hot today. It was unbelievably hot out there at that baseball game. I'm proud of these boys for sticking it out. Our whole team sticking out the heat. There were kids in the game before us going down. Heated, I mean, just getting too hot and couldn't play anymore. It is what it is. It's just a simple fact. Oklahoma heat is serious. Got to catch some minnows to feed the bass. It's been about 4 or 5 days since we put any minnows in there, so I thought, well, let's grab a net and a bucket. We'll catch some minnows and jump in the water and cool off. Did you get one?
Yeah.
Oh, you got a couple, huh? You're gonna jump in?
Maybe.
Oh man, the water feels amazing. I would not recommend jumping in on top of the dam though. On the upside.
Yeah. Yeah, you wish?
You know what? This water is no different than this water. It's the same water. Sure looks a lot better over here though, huh?
Yeah. 3, 2, 1. No turning back!
Bella, you gonna swim too?
Oh my god! This feels the best it's ever felt.
Go for it, Kobe. 3, 4, 8, 7, 6, 5, 1, 2, go.
619! Go right there! Cold? No!
No, it's not cold.
It's not cold at all! What? He's a baby!
That was close.
Just throw it up there. In the water.
don't dive in here, please, okay?
Okay.
Just in case. I don't want you to dive too deep and get hurt.
Okay.
Here goes Kobe!
2, 1. Hit it, walk.
Man, I don't know about y'all, but I would have given anything to be right here about 4 hours ago.
Yeah.
It was so stinking hot.
Uh-huh.
It was
Right there?
so hot.
I'm on his shoulder.
Yeah, he's just hanging on.
Yep.
You know, when you know, if you really think about it, this water is the same water that's on the other side of the dam.
Mm-hmm.
It feels so clean over here, yet so dirty over there.
And yet, the water isn't even that dirty on this side. It's a lot more dirty over there, though.
It's the same water.
Mm-hmm. So, look, you ready? I'm gonna go in there and get a rock.
Come on, Bella. Come on, Bella. Oh, here she comes.
I'm gonna dive down and get a rock. Right there. 2, 1. Maybe not a rock, but I got a stick. I can get a rock. Yay! That's what I call yee-yee-dation. You want me to do it? Do it. Yee-yee!
Bella said, yeah. Well, guys, that's gonna call it. That's gonna be it for today for us. It's almost 9 o'clock.
Mm-hmm.
It's not dark yet, but we're losing light fast, and that's when the snakes come out.
Yes.
So we'll probably be out of the creek before the snakes come out. And we got about, I don't know, 2 dozen minnows and about a dozen little small crawdads in the bucket. So we're gonna take those back and feed the fish. Whew.
Peekaboo.
What a day. What a long day. I'm telling you. Just another day on the farm, right?
Yep. We made
And
it.
off the farm.
We made it to Simmons regionals in
Yep.
baseball for our team.
Yep. So, with that being said, Houston, you
All
want to
right.
wrap this thing up?
Yep. So guys, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. And as always, we'll see you on the next video, right? Yeah. Are you gonna see them on the next video? I don't know.
Maybe.
Okay. See you on the next video. Peace.